Hi, good afternoon to you all from London, England. Or is it good morning or good evening? Well, wherever you're watching around the world, I'm here again. You know me, your guy, your host himself, DLG Reppin. And I am bringing you live and direct football context, up to date of what's going on within football in this country or what's going on around the world. But first, before I start, a shout out to one subscriber for becoming the 47th subscriber for becoming the 47th person to subscribe to my channel. So massive big up to you. You deserve that shout out, yeah, for showing the love and support to my channel. Now all I need is more subscribers, just like this the 47th one. And I'll help the channel grow into success. And you guys can help me by subscribing to my channel like someone has done today. Right, without further ado, I've got some football context to get through. And one of them is Newcastle United, because they have completed the signing of Callum Wilson from Bournemouth for a fee of 20 million. The next context is a worrying one if you're a Manchester City fan, because Riyad Mahrez and centre-half Aymeric Laporte have both tested positive for COVID-19. So allow me to start off with Newcastle United. They have completed the signing of Callum Wilson. Now for me, Callum Wilson is a guy who he's had his consistent prolific goal scoring season with Bournemouth during the 5-year reign when he was bought in 2016. But last season was the lowest for me, and he did not score enough goals for Bournemouth to stay up. Although I think he got 1 or 2 goals against Everton on the final game of the season, it just wasn't enough. And for me, 8 Premier League goals of last season is just not enough. For someone of Callum Wilson's ability, I would expect 15 to 20 goals from him. You know, he's a pacey striker, neat finisher, but last season it didn't happen for him. And it could be the injury that cost him game time. And that's understandable when you get injuries. But for me, Callum Wilson was just not on point last season. And there it is. I'm going to go to the BBC Interactive. I mean, ability-wise, he's good with both feet, or preferably right-footed, scores his fair share of headers. And he plays with his teammates as well, and very unselfish striker as well. Very unselfish striker, as well known. Sadly, he tasted relegation with Bournemouth, but he will be back in the Premier League with Newcastle. That is for sure, because it says on the title here in the BBC Interactive, Newcastle signed Wilson from Bournemouth. Newcastle United have signed England striker Callum Wilson on a 4-year deal from Bournemouth for about 20 million. The 28-year-old, who has 4 England caps, made 187 appearances for the Cherries and scored 67 goals. Aston Villa were also interested in Wilson, but withdrew a higher bid of 21 million, with the former Coventry City striker preferring a move to Newcastle. Wilson is Steve Bruce's third summer signing since the collapse of the proposed takeover of the club in January. Now, imagine if Newcastle had the takeover bid accepted. Imagine what sort of club Newcastle would have been, and Callum Wilson would have joined the revolution. Wow, but it is what it is. He signed for Newcastle United, with all due respect to Bournemouth, a bigger club, and I think he will get goals for Newcastle. I think they've got a decent enough midfield to create as many opportunities for their strikers, and I think Callum Wilson will be ideal and for their plans for the up and coming season. I mean, Newcastle fans, let me know how pleased or not pleased you are about Callum Wilson becoming your striker. Although he got 8 goals last season, I think the stats are not too bad in his favour. You know, his overall stats are not too bad. Is he the ideal striker for you? Just let me know in my comment section below. And do feel free to smash the thumbs up like button and smash up my subscribe button, left, right and centre galore. Yeah? As hard as passionately as possible. Smash my subscribe button. Right, moving on to the next bit of news, and that's involving 2 Man City players. Winger Riyad Mahrez and centre-half Aymeric Laporte have both contracted the COVID-19, so I would assume they'll be asked to self-isolate for up to 14 days. And that's just not the news that Pep Guardiola would have wanted. I mean, he could have done with a pair of them for the game. Well, for the first game of the season. I think it was meant to be Burnley. No, it was meant to be someone else from Man City, but I've forgotten who they have in the first game of the season. But I will check that in due course. But it's ideally not the news for Man City boss Pep Guardiola or Man City fans for that matter. So, as I'm going to read on from the title, Mahrez and Laporte test positive for COVID-19. Manchester City winger Riyad Mahrez and defender Aymeric Laporte have tested positive for COVID-19. Algeria's Mahrez, 29, and Frenchman Laporte, 24, will not train with their teammates while they self-isolate in line with the UK government and Premier League rules. Manchester City say neither players was displaying symptoms of coronavirus. Pep Guardiola's side play Wolverhampton Wanderers in their first fixture of this new league season on September 21. So it was Wolverhampton Wanderers. So I think it's an away game. I believe it's an away game, and it's doubts for Laporte and Mahrez whether they will make that game. I mean, Man City fans, do you see Mahrez and Laporte making that game, or both of them starting? I would have expected both of them to start, but Man City fans, let me know what you think. Whether you feel that Mahrez and Laporte would start. Just let me know how you how you feel about the situation, and let me know what you think about their chances of starting for the Wolves game. You know where to leave it in my comment section below, that is. And I'll have a conversation with you. Right, next bit of news is involving Arsenal. Now, I've not heard any transfer talk in the way of the situation at the Emirates. However, news is maybe some news is developing on Thomas Partey. Now, Arsenal are trying their hardest to fund the move for Thomas Partey, because Atletico Madrid have said to Arsenal, if you want him, you pay 45 million release clause, and they want the majority of the money up front. And I can't blame Atletico Madrid for demanding that money up front, because they're not in the best situation. They're in, I wouldn't say dire straits. Well, should I say dire straits? But they're literally on their knees like Barca and Real Madrid. And they want as much money for their best players as possible so they can build another team to go on to compete for future league titles and future European Champions League trophies. And as an Arsenal fan, that's all I want as well. I want us to later on in the next couple of years compete for the league title as well as competing for European Champions League trophies. And that is why we are building that's why we're trying to offload some of the players that are just not good enough to take us to that higher level. Now, the signings that we have so far: Ceballos on loan, Willian on a free, and 20 up to 23 million for Gabriel Magalhaes. And that 20 up to 23 million has been the most that we've spent. Now, what are we doing in terms of getting Thomas Partey? Well, we've let Mkhitaryan go. That frees up 200,000 a week. We're in negotiation of getting rid of Kolasinac for good, because I personally don't want a loan. And Torreira, if we're gonna let him go, let's let him go on a permanent basis. You know, Torino are coughing up 24 million euros, then let that be the case. And if Paris Saint-Germain or Leverkusen or whichever German club that may be concerned are looking to buy Bellerin of us, then obviously there's no loans on that as well. I mean, and Guendouzi, we've got to come up with a solution for Guendouzi. There's got to be a plan. I feel that he will be gone, and I think this will drag on to the final day of the transfer window, which is on the 6th of October. But Arsenal fans, let me know what you think, what you're thinking, and who would you like to see? Who do you believe that will leave the club? I mean, we've got a number of players that will leave, but I don't believe that they will all leave. And do you feel, Arsenal fans, do you feel that we can actually sign Partey and Hassan Oua at the same time? Because I don't think it's realistically possible. But then again, why should I think that it's not going to be realistic when we have money saved over in our bank account, over 230 odd million pounds? Now, if we take for example 130 million, that can cover Partey and that will cover Hassan Oua. So therefore, we'll have a bit of change left, but we're still going to have to offload at least. Let me look at the squad again. In goal, not a problem. Right, defence, Bellerin can go, Kolasinac can go, along with Mustafi, although he's injured, sadly, so he might get let off due to his injury. But Kolasinac and Bellerin, as long as they're fit, then they can go. Right, midfield. I pray and hope to God that Mikel Arteta has not got naked posters of Granit Xhaka, because he can go. Ceballos I'll keep with the option to buy on a permanent basis. Who in the midfield will I? El Neni is a good buy. Guendouzi and Torreira, yeah, that's another good buy. So that will free up some funds there. In attack, I would not consider Eddie Nketiah going out on loan. You know, I will not. But if we were to get Ben Ramo in, then I would have to consider Eddie Nketiah going out on loan. Newcastle have been making noise about him, apparently. So we'll have to see how that comes into fruition. Otherwise, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with me, and thank you for watching my video recording. Yeah, I'll be back this evening, and I look forward to bringing you the latest up-to-date context. Yeah. Other than that, enjoy your day, and peace again, love again, and bless again. That's all for the support of this channel. Yeah. Remember, if you've got anything that you want to say, yeah, then leave it in my comments below. Smash the thumbs up, like button, and remember, do smash up my subscribe button for me, hard and passionately for me. Pump up this channel with subscribers for me, yeah? I know how many views I've got. I see the thumbs up. I've seen the comments as well recently, and I'll thank you for your sensible opinions and your sensible views. Now, I'll give you a massive shout out if you can subscribe to my channel, yeah? and let me see your names. So I'm going to shout it out to the whole world. Can know who you are. Blessed for that, yeah? Have a nice day. See you later on. Ciao.